Excellent. Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
We've been experiencing some, I'm going to say user errors this morning, but we're on track now. And thank you guys for joining us today. I have Robert Stanfield here with me.
Morning,
Hello.
Robert. Good morning.
Good morning, Robert. And I have the illustrious Helen Triplett with us as well. Good morning, Helen.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
So I really appreciate everybody joining us today. We have a lot of repeated information for everyone, but we have, based on the attendees, we have about 50% of you guys are new. So it's important for us to continue to promote some of the material that we have gained and shared over the past several months to make sure that, because it's all still relevant. However, I will say, and if you guys are checking out on the industry wire, 2018 trends are coming in pretty strong right now. So we're gonna start speaking to some of those. So today, we're actually gonna spend time talking about a little bit about our news that's going on here at DeepTarget, just some event update. Then we're gonna go into those industry trends. Again, I do want to repeat a little bit about our Q2 release because it was such a big release for us on analytics, and it's great to touch on that again. Talk about the targeting that we're utilizing here and the R&D that we're doing internally that many of you know about. And then, of course, the big moment are the ad of the month and the digital marketing superstar of the month, right? Yeah. We got some great, you guys are doing some amazing things out there, so we're really impressed with that. So first up today, Robert, what is special about today?
It's webinar day.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. That's right. No, there's got to be one other thing.
It's my birthday.
It's Robert's birthday. So happy birthday, Robert. We wanted to make a big shout out for that. And if you guys want to email and congratulate Robert, that would be great. So, okay, forgive us for that. So first thing I want to point out, and I want to shout out to Nancy Brooks at Y12, who sent me an email this week and said, hey, when is DeepTarget hosting their conference next year? And which was great because she wanted to attend. So we're really excited about that, but we don't have a conference yet.
Oh,
not yet. We do have, as many of you know, we do
go to conferences.
We do go to conferences, and we do have over 200 customers out there. And so I think we almost have a community well enough to support a conference, especially if it's a really fancy place. Right. But right now what we do is we go to all of our partner conferences and we have a great time with them. And we just came off of the Scimitar Educational and
the Share One Conference.
And we'll be at Jack Henry here in just a couple of weeks, their conference. And then we'll also be at Access Softtech coming up as well. And I apologize for all of the platforms that we went to earlier this year that are not on our list. But now, Nancy, you can see where we're going to be on our website with our new events page that's out there. We're doing a much better job now of promoting where we're going to be and what we're doing. Okay. If you have any questions about that, let us know. So let's jump into the financial industry and talk about some digital marketing trends. I think they're going to be really top of mind for all of you guys. We talked about this last time, and again, I'm going to send out this presentation to everyone, and all of these articles are sourced at the bottom. And we hope it's a really good way for you guys to go read some articles, which we think are top of mind for you guys to help you get educated. Now, this is dated in May, but the Financial Brand is a really nice piece, and they're talking about the fact that by 2020, if banks and any FI is expected to really be growing and proactive in the industry, that they're going to organize themselves around customers instead of products. So a big focus on customers and personalized experiences. So great article with some insights there for you to take a look at. And to follow along directly with that, also, this came out in July from the Financial Brand, consumers prefer digital banking capabilities over branch proximity. So we're going to talk a little bit. We know that the majority of your branch visits are diminishing, but the ability to resonate on a personal level and target micro segments is going to be really key against, again, personalization. So this is a new article that just came out here, and I apologize I don't have the date. It just came out at the end of August. And this is digital marketing trends to prepare for in 2017 and 18, so the latter part of this year and next year. And these are the 4 main things that it points out. And there are some really good points about each one of these. And of course, DeepTarget is positioning ourselves to help you on all of those. And the skills talent gap is always a very concerning one, because there's so many new technologies and techniques coming out in digital marketing. And how do you stay on top of them? I saw another report that had over 40 different technologies that you should be considering in your mix, which is almost daunting, right? And then, of course, social media marketing, engaging your customers to promote for you is a whole concept now. Video marketing. We're going to talk more about video marketing, and I don't know if you guys have been doing much video marketing, but that's on the huge rise. And then what about this one, Robert?
In-store marketing. Yeah. This says that 3/4 of all millennials are willing to receive location-based mobile alerts. And I was actually just talking to David about this while I was somewhere, and I got a push or a text message, actually, like a push notification telling me that the place I was at had a certain sale, and it happened to be something I wasn't exactly looking for, but I did want it. And I definitely wanted it at that price.
That's right.
That's really important, not just for retail, but also for the financial industry as well.
That's correct. So since everybody is mobile today, and mobile tracking is pretty much fully accepted by most generations, using that tracking capability and then doing notifications of promotions based on that is key. So I know we've talked to a couple of you guys out there about that, but in store, think in branch. If you do have people coming into your branch, there is a capability to show ads. We don't have it yet. I don't want to get you too excited, Robert.
But it's coming.
Robert looked excited. Helen, I think,
so
freaked out for just a moment. But we are looking at that and studying that as well. So that's coming. And the simple takeaway here is that the digital techniques are, as I described, is they're coming so fast, it's hard for us to adapt to those. So it's a constant education. So how about education? One of the things DeepTarget has done is we have actually launched a digital marketing health check. And this is a free survey for you guys to step through, and we cover these 5 areas of a digital marketing initiative, if you will: planning, creation, execution, reporting, and analytics. And it's just to understand, have you thought about all these different components? And if you have, are you implementing them or not? And then you can get a score from that. So again, I'll give a shout out to Sarah Shepard at First South Financial, who has taken it with us, and she and her team scored very high on it. And I think her overall score per was in the 90s. And so they're right on course there for South Financial. That's fantastic. So please check out this link off of our website and sign up to take the test. Okay, I think you'll have I think it'll be very informative for you. Okay, and then,
so
Robert,
some more trends, and I know you're all quite aware of this, but it's always important to look at it deeply. And the importance of your digital presence and the digital services that you provide to your members and customers is very important, because this is pretty recent. 40% of Americans have not physically entered a branch in the last 6 months. That's kind of scary when you think about it, especially since branches only see 26% of their members or customers in a month. So you see a quarter of the people that you're either cross-selling to or building a relationship to increase retention. So it just becomes more important how you engage with them, so that card processing on their app is extremely important, because if that doesn't work right, then they're not going to enjoy doing business with you. So it becomes more important to think about all of these things: the mobile banking, online banking, and from the deep target perspective, how do you market to them when you don't get to see them in person? So I thought this was pretty interesting. On the left side, 54% of people earning above $75,000 a year visited the branch within the last month, while only 13% who earn less than 30K visited their branch in the last month. So that economic divide about how often they come in to see you should help you direct how you market particular products or services to those different groups. And then 58% say they welcome their FI recommending relevant services.
That's exactly right. And as we all know, our financial services are getting more complex every day as well, related to just your savings, your checking, your CD, your IRA, your money market, all the other assets that you might have in your portfolio personally. And having a trusted FI to support you on that is just paramount today, right? Right, Helen?
That's right.
Okay, thank you, Helen.
I'm being quiet.
She's just alive on every point we make. And this is a great article. So this is all about digital marketing and inbound marketing, and it's from Kuno Creative, and I found it really to be interesting. Notice it says 6 trends for 2018 and beyond, and I've only pulled out 2. So I really want you to go and read this article. The first one on the list is personalized content. Think unique customer experiences. Personalized content performs 42% better than non-personalized. So a huge difference there. People in our communities want to be personalized, and I know we've said it over and over again, but we've got to figure out how to do that. And I pulled out the third one on their list, or fourth, which is videos. And there is you know it. I mean, the rise of YouTube has been meteoric anyway. 92% of people who consume a mobile video share it with other people. So what they're saying, consume. So they're saying if I watch a whole video, and shorter is better, if I watch a short video and I like it, I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
That's right. And a video is shared 1,200% more often than both links and text combined by this source. So, and then finally, the future developments in digital marketing are approaching at blinding speed. So we're right there with you, and we're working to be on top of this. And what I'm saying here, what we're saying is personalization and videos are going to be a key component going forward. And I'll just say, we don't talk about our next release that much, but we are having HTML5 released ad capability coming. And with HTML5, you can embed a video in your ad. So think ads with videos, personalized content with similar people, and you have something incredibly valuable. And if you get one of your members to watch it and they like it, they're going to share it with others in their network. It's extremely powerful. The personalization is key, and making sure that you're keeping and gaining customers through that is key. This is one example of a great ad that was used by Think Mutual Bank and had great success.
I think on this ad too, it's important to think about what is personalization really. Personalization doesn't mean that you have to know my name or put my name in an ad or say something particular about me, but the fact that on this ad you show that you know what I could be approved for, what kind of interest rate I can get, all of that, that's still very personal.
That's right. And we haven't mentioned it yet, but acceleration is the key, because our generations now, all of them, when they have interest, they want to act on it. They want to move through it, if you will, because they've got a need, and it's critical right now. To add on, we've shown this ad or this slide a couple of times, but gaming and gamification is top of mind in advertising. A great example of Gatorade just doing a branding ad, and this is all about actually getting engagement. And they actually had users that watched it spend on average 196 seconds playing this game. And so with HTML5, I'll say again, you can actually do some level of gaming inside of the ad.
Right.
So I'm trying to turn on your creative juices. And I'm talking to you, Sarah Shepard, as an example. Let us know what you guys might think about doing, because we're doing the same thing here. Okay. And then once again, location is so important, and we're seeing it everywhere. Organizations are teaming up around location and doing ads based on that location. So another great article here talking about that in the Kleiner Perkins presentation on Internet Trends. So be thinking about that. Okay. All right. So that's our information on the industry today. I actually held back about 3 articles that I want to talk to next month that are setting us up for 2018, and I gave you some insights on that. But I'm hoping that we can also show you a couple of examples inside of HTML5 next time that will get you all spun up. So think about that. And so let's talk about the latest release. So as you know, we're conducting, our whole team is participating in review meetings with everybody as a couple of times a year on average, because I know everybody's schedules are busy. Reach out to us if you'd like to schedule a review. Absolutely. And I'm finding several people just loving. We've got quite a few quotes coming out about our dashboard being just amazing. This is the old one, and I know most of you, everybody on board here has seen this. The new one and the excitement around it, and we've got not necessarily right away, but we've got a whole bunch more coming over the next year. We've got it on the drawing board, which I think is going to be, you're going to find it extremely powerful. I want to remind everybody, because sometimes we overlook it, that DeepTarget is a fully automated system. It is totally designed to run on its own without any support, any participation, for as long as you like. However, what we do say is we've got ways that we've got best practices, how to step in and monitor, and how to step in and improve things. And this is an example of a great customer of ours. I'm not trying to point out anything, but First South Financial shows up here and there. This is one of their previous dashboards, and showing 25 members. It takes them only 25 members to get a click. That's outrageous. And to make sure that your performance number here is optimized, consider this toggle we have inside your campaign settings where you can actually opt. It's an informational type of campaign out of your metrics. So if you have a all user, we have a branch opening kind of thing that's not actually involved in a sales transaction, you can opt it out so it doesn't affect this number. Okay? And
this is awesome.
We've gotten rave reviews, right?
Yes, that's right.
So last year when we did review meetings, we actually generated this report individually, somewhat manually, semi-automated, for each review to help you understand your metrics. It was so well received, we turned it into a report you can select yourself under the report section, and it had great impact. What it does is do a 3-month look back per channel, number of campaigns, number of total impressions, number of unique users, these are per channel, unique clicks, our rating system, which is 1 to 50 members logged in or customers logged in to receive a click, is outstanding. We consider those leads. We can also track your sales transactions influenced by clicks and views and give you a close percentage. We're actually going to change this to just say close percentage with our next release. We can tell you which actual product loans and, if you will, products closed related to that. So,
and when you click on the monthly management report from the drop-down menu, it'll download it to your computer, and when you open up that spreadsheet, just make sure you click on Enable Editing so that it populates it. Sometimes you have to do that for it to populate, or else it'll look blank. So don't forget that.
That's right. And we've already had a whole bunch of requests about augmenting the report, and so we're looking at that now. And many are augmenting it on their own to produce details for board meetings and upper level management meetings as well. So if you have any requests about augmenting this report, please let us know. Okay, great. We also have rotating banner capability. We've talked about it a bunch. It's in all our mobile applications, our partners, Share Wonderwalla and so forth, on our online banking platforms. Not in NetTeller yet. We're working with them to have it added, but that's a capability where you can actually set a timer for display of ads inside online banking if it's effective, or in mobile, and set a timing number related to that to optimize while a customer member is on a particular page in either platform. And that's underneath the settings, multiple ad parameters slide or pull down, and you can make the modifications here. Be aware that this will affect both channels together. So we're looking at doing it per channel, but it's across both channels, this rotation, and you will see an impact on your impressions or views go up significantly, and we've seen responses move up as well. So just think about that. We turned it on several accounts together, even during review meetings, to see the results, and it's been very positive so far. Okay. If you have questions about any of that, I'm sorry. Here's where you set the number of ads you want to display. It defaults to 1, and it's a 5-second. You can modify that. Just be very careful. Consider how long your member or customer is participating with that page, and then you can either show circles as it steps through, like you would see on a website, or you could actually do navigation. So this navigation is turned on. You can show arrows or circles. Okay. All right, great. So again, that's much of what came in the capabilities of our July release. If you have any questions, or if you want us to walk through those as part of a demonstration or so forth, please let us know. Okay. All right, guys. Did I cover everything? Is it go?
You did.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this is also a reminder that we're spending a lot of time on what we call or think of the science and art of digital marketing. And again, our goal is to present those relative offers that will drive responses, which are interest in your products and ultimately in sales. And we've determined here at DeepTarget that these 6, there are many that believe there are more, but these 6 are the most important. And so therefore we have a lot of studies going on these 6. And the first 2 are really steeped in science, if you will. And the last 4, timing, graphic, the promotional offer messaging, is also more artistically based. So we're excited to see what you guys are doing with that. We also recommend that you use a generational approach. And there's a whole lot of focus on that out in the industry, right, Robert?
That's right.
Millennials want to be targeted in a millennial fashion. And Helen, Gen X, want to be targeted in a Gen X fashion. And Helen and I are very similar, and we had a conversation about, may have talked about it recently. We talked about a TV show called The Monkees. I know half of you out there won't have any idea what I'm talking about. The other half may. And Robert, when I asked you about The Monkees, what'd you say?
I didn't know who they were. I knew their songs, though.
You did, but you never knew.
I just never knew about the show.
So we had toyed with using some of the lyrics of some of their famous songs for ad catch lines, catchphrases, as you will. And Robert didn't get where we were coming from. So you may, the generational divide is quite funny, but it's very important in targeting. So
it goes back to personalization.
It does. It absolutely does. So one of those is how many ads are your members actually seeing? So there is a report that we can run internally. And we're looking at adding this to the product in a coming release that says how many ads are actually being displayed per the majority of our membership base. So here's an example. This is actually one of our customers, and what we found was they had a total of 10 campaigns running, and on their OLB channel, that the majority, 5,500 of their members, were seeing 7 ads, and that's
targeted by 7.
That's correct. This is the, if you will, this is the campaign stack that's available to each individual customer or member. And on mobile, 5,700 were actually targeted with 8. And that's actually a really good mix, in fact. And so we have looked at other customers, and it's been much broader, especially if you have campaigns that are running up into the 20 or more. It's interesting to see how many are actually receiving your ads.
Yep.
So that can play into understanding how many of your members see the frequency of your ad, and it can play into the reach of your ad. So again, we're doing a bunch of studies on this internally to understand better how to optimize that. We're going to look at generational. So just as a reminder, we can, because you provide us your data, we can also look at all your generational data as well. And if you'd like to see and talk about that as part of a review, you're welcome to. We are actually looking at providing generational targeting and other more detailed reporting as a part of a services offering coming up soon. So consider that. We can also display the number of products per generation and help you identify where you might go after a low number, which we call holes, and promote there, and a high number, which is called, we call net promoters, and actually target those with campaign ads so that you can be more specific generationally in your pursuit. And of course, we can do graphics of that to help you understand what's going on and where you may as well see improvement. And our thoughts there are also predictive in nature. If we do this type of campaign pursuit, predicting the results will be key. Okay, so great. All right, so this is how do you visualize your digital marketing campaign. So today, you guys know down here in the left-hand corner, publishing your published campaigns are displayed by this pie, if you will, and as you hover over each segment of the pie, it'll tell you how many are there. And this is great, and we expect one day in the future to augment this to be more specific, and that's to actually display a campaign framework, which gives you an overall strategy. And so we're actually doing some work like this for several customers to show what campaigns they have, a better visualization of that, and then based on your, I'll call it the subcategory targeting based on generation, and utilizing the example we had before, this is what our campaign framework looks like. And this can be more and more helpful. We can put analytics behind it. So again, a bunch of R&D that we're doing internally to help the targeting and the optimizing of your responses. Okay. All right. So again, back to targeting generations. So Robert, what does the industry say about having people in the ads?
It's a good thing.
It's like the greatest thing.
Oh, it's
That's
the best.
Right.
The best.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
because people relate to people.
That's exactly right. They want to see. So I don't have the numbers in front of me. I'm going to give it to you next time. But it's almost a 50% higher response rate when people see similar faces in the ads. So consider that in your advertising, adding the generational look that you're actually pursuing in the ad. It's not necessarily always the case, but we're seeing improved responses based on generational with the graphics inside. So I know a lot of you guys will agree with that and have seen that. So just consider it in your pursuit.
Because see, on the far right side, David relates well with this picture.
Thank you.
Because it's more like his age.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much for that. He who is having a birthday today and has just become a year older. Thank you. It is true. And so that makes that we're going to have to talk about that later. So tips for marketing to millennials. So again, I'm just going to move through this quickly. This is all sourced, and these are ways that you can go after millennials and what they love. But they do love rewards and loyalty programs to begin with. And I just have to do a quick shout out to Heritage Federal Credit Union, and we're going to be doing more of this. This is a great millennial ad that they're having great success with. And it shows a millennial actually upside down in the ad. So it draws your attention immediately. So more and more people don't want to read so much. They want to be drawn to the graphic, see the image, and then they'll take a look at the results of it. So that's a great one. So Robert is a millennial.
I am.
And
not like all millennials, though.
What about this?
I came across this article and thought it was really interesting, and could definitely play a big role for you as you market mortgages and things like that to your members. But they actually said that millennials, first of all, are the largest group of home buyers, and they were in 2016 and continue to be in 2017. And the leading reason for buying a home, 33% want a better space for their dog. So
that's unbelievable. But it's not that unbelievable. I have a millennial friend, and he also got a lab puppy, and he lived downtown. And I said, "What are you up to?" And he said, "Hey, I'm moving." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I needed to get," I forget the dog's name. I think he named it like Kevin, which is kind of, I won't even go there. But I wanted Kevin to have a backyard. And so that was his main reason for moving.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times it's that first home, because
right.
the second leading reason is for marriage is the motivation, but we know that millennials are getting married later and later in life, so their first home could be for that dog.
That's exactly right. So
just a little tidbit for you.
That's and it's a lot of fun. So, and we know a lot of people are using dogs in their advertising. In fact, dogs and babies used to be the number one thing a few years ago in ads. Okay, great. Generation X. So again, coupons are huge for them, and saving has always been a problem for them, honestly. And so thinking of those offers, that also they want to have an opportunity to support something that supports a cause. Not that all don't. Gen X is particularly interested in that. And then baby boomers, I can speak to that. Brand loyalty is huge. Cashback is huge, and I'm not that interested in a discount. However, traditionalists, and again, a shout out to Andrews Federal Credit Union, one of our ad winners in the past with this ad, focusing on traditionalists or the silent generation, 71 and above, has had phenomenal results for them. And you can see the picture immediately grabs you. Certainly if you have grandchildren, and for his generation and yours, we can help. And even, especially for traditionalists, the situation, maintaining an understanding of their financial portfolio is very complicated, and knowing that they have a FI that they can trust to help them with that is key. Okay, and certainly focusing on family. All right, great. So we're coming into the wind up. There's several things that I just want to remind everyone, and I know most of you guys are extremely progressive on this, but it's following up on your leads. So when I was doing some research for the webinar here recently, I was looking at digital marketing and marketers generally, and this seemed to encapsulate what does a marketer do. Number one, they communicate the right message at various stages of the funnel. That was interesting that it included the term of the funnel, and I'll explain why in a minute. They raise brand awareness and loyalty. They drive customer engagement. And finally, the big one, they implement methods that lead to conversions and sales. And that's exactly how we help you here at DeepTarget, is being a method that'll help you lead to conversions and sales. Not only create the other two, but we all know that in the industry today, it's all about results. And results have to be measured, as we all know. And measuring sales is the number one measurement of the success of a marketing program today, by most C-levels for sure. And so how is the job of a digital marketer is then what? No different, right?
No.
It's exactly the same thing, but now I just have a whole new suite of tools that I have available to me to work with. And so what I notice the last statement here, marketing is sales, sales is lending, ergo marketing and lending need to be in sync. And I know so many of you guys are, and meeting with them on a weekly basis is important. And I want to reiterate that what you guys do as marketing professionals, gathering views or impressions and gathering clicks, is dramatically impacting the result, which are sales. In fact, this article talks about one sale occurs in 4 clicks and one sale actually occurs in 10 views. And that's a great survey that we actually believe is true as well, and we're seeing in numbers ourselves. So again, we're going to focus more on that to help you produce numbers that will do that, but we need your help on working with lending to make sure they follow up on all of those great leads that you bring them. Right?
Right.
Very good. Okay, so the last pitch here, I had in the last couple of weeks, I've had several review meetings, and most of you knew about the export button that's under the campaign categories report. By hitting that button, it will export directly to your workstation these leads. Extremely powerful capability, and we suggest best practice, meet with lending every week. And we had several of our FIs tell us as soon as lending found out that this was available to them, they wanted to meet every day. So you can be a hero to your lending department, right? Okay, so great. So first of all, we're closing up now, and we want to talk. Oh, I've got the wrong date. It's not August. It's September. The ad winner of the month and the digital marketing superstar of the month.
Who is it?
Okay,
Tell me, come on.
Hold your breath. The ad winner of the month this month is Julia Fisher. Julia Fisher with Hidden River Credit Union. Way to go, Julia. So these are the results of an ad campaign that Julia and her team are running currently, and it ran in August. So we have the numbers from August, but she's running both in OOB and mobile. 29 unique clicks out of 1,500 views. You can see it has a great image that everybody jumps on because everybody. Okay, Robert, you may not have had the mechanical car.
I had them.
You may have had the electric car.
I had mechanical.
You had mechanical. I definitely. Helen, would you have? And I think I had a mechanical tractor. I was going to say. But the point being here, if you guys remember or knew, last year we counted how many clicks. The industry standard for the number of clicks per views was 1 click in 2,000 was fantastic. That would have meant if Julia had gotten just 1 click, that she was doing great, but she got actually 29 clicks. Fantastic. So one more time. Way to go, Julia and your team. Great work. Thank you, Julia. And we'll have a plaque out to you next week. And so now, who is the digital marketing superstar of the month for this month? It is Chesterfield Federal Credit Union, Chris Miller and team. Woo! Chris and his team actually went live with us June 29th on the mobile channel, and immediately saw, well, not immediate, but immediately got results. But in fact, for August, and this is right out of their management report, 58,000 views, 1,700 unique clicks, users, 116 unique clicks for a performance rating of 15, which is outstanding. Are you kidding me? Way to go, Chris and team. So Chris was really pleased to receive the award, and one of the things that he told us, asking him, is there anything that you can attribute this excellence to, if you will? And he said, we did something different on our mobile. We actually, most all of our customers have put the mobile ad at the top, of the mobile page. And they actually decided to perhaps not be as intrusive with the members, to actually put the ad at the bottom of the page. And I don't know if that's had the direct impact that it has had, but for the past 2 full months that they have been live and running in mobile, this is consistently the number they're receiving, and it's phenomenal. So one more time, big congratulations out to Chris and team. Well done. Well done. That's a great job. Great job. So finally, I just want to remind everybody of the method we use to actually rate everyone, and the fact that 50% of our customer base, all of our FIs, are performing in the outstanding range is fantastic. But one of the things I wanted to show you guys was that for the month of August, we actually had 29 million impressions delivered with DeepTarget, 1.144 million unique users that logged into our systems nationwide, 24,000 unique clicks, and almost 6,000 sales transactions related to that. So we are very proud of what you guys are doing out there, and we know you guys can even do better, and that's what we're here for, to help you continually succeed in your digital marketing efforts. So consider the digital personalization is so key, and we ask you to think about the generational approach going forward. So thank you guys so much for attending today with this webinar. It's been a pleasure to speak to you, Robert, Helen. Thank you for being on board with us. It's been a great time to be together. Okay? With that, I'll give you guys 15 minutes back in your day. Thank you for attending today. Have a great day now. Bye-bye.
Bye.